The leader of opposition, Joel Senyonyi, has raised an alarm over the dire state of prisons, citing overcrowding and prolonged detentions. Speaking to journalists after a visit to Luzira Maximum Security Prison, Senyonyi described the conditions behind bars as inhumane and unsustainable. He said prisons across the country are holding more than 79,000 inmates, of whom 37,000 are on remand, yet the holding capacity of all prisons in the country is just 22,000. The MPs were checking on several opposition supporters currently in detention. Among those visited were four-time presidential candidate, retired Dr. Colonel Kizza Besigye and his aide, Haji Obaid Lutale. Other political detainees include Yasin Sechtoreko and Anthony Agaba. Addressing the media, Senyonyi criticized the judiciary for delays in resolving cases, saying many detainees have spent years in custody without trial.
They are concerned about the looming amendment to the UPDF Act. They are worried that the delay to transfer their files is because Onobono Batmawa and others, they are engineering the UPDF amendment bill so that it keeps them in jail. That's another concern to them. And it's a justified concern because it goes against the laws of our country. It goes against Article 92, which says Parliament cannot pass a law to alter a decision of court. But also they are saying the Supreme Court already took a decision. Why are you still persecuting them? That's another concern that these prisoners do have that we shall keep amplifying.
Jailed opposition politician Dr. Kizza Besigye and Obaid Lutale have filed a second bail application. The fresh application was filed in a criminal division of the High Court in Kampala. This follows the dismissal of their first application by Lady Justice Rosette Kanya Comfort on the 11th of April 2025 on the basis that they were likely to interfere with the ongoing police investigations, more so that they are charged with the gravest offense, treason. They were charged on the 21st of February 2025 with treason and misprision of treason at the Chief Magistrate's Court in Nakawa. They deny the charges and are seeking bail from the High Court as the offences are only bailable by this court. In their new application, the applicants argue that they are responsible citizens with permanent places of abode. They state that they have respect for the law and bail processes and are willing to comply with all reasonable conditions set for their admittance to bail. The Minister for Gender, Labour and Social Development, Betty Amongi, has raised concerns over the persistent lack of adequate compensation for employees injured in the workplace, particularly in factories. Speaking at the 3rd Annual National Labour Convention and Expo 2025 at Mestil Hotel, Amongi emphasized the urgent need to strengthen enforcement of existing labour laws to protect workers' rights. She also called for the modernization of Uganda's employment laws to keep pace with the country's growing digital economy, saying the current labor laws do not adequately reflect the realities of modern employment, particularly for youth engaged in online work.
As a ministry, we are focused on the legal framework. We have the Employment Act, Labor Unions Act, Occupational Safety and Health Act, which was passed recently, Workers' Compensation Act, and this one really, I need the implementation, the strengthening of compliance. The number of people who come to my office, and I'm sure to the Department of Labor, talking about employers not compensating them when they get injured. This is a crisis. Some of them will give you not even a half of what you are supposed to get.
The Minister of Works and Transport, Edward Katumba Wamala, is seeking to reform the composition and operations of local government building review committees. The minister has drafted the amendments in the Building Control Act 2013 to stop chairpersons for committees on the works, planning and development from heading the building review committees in their respective areas of jurisdiction. The proposed amendments seek to transfer the powers of the building review committee chairperson from a politician to a technical engineer who, in the current legal framework, serves as a member of the committee. Katumba indicates that he intends to streamline the composition of the committee and the procedures for approval of building permits and occupational permits to make it more responsible and effective. For more stories and the latest updates, log on to sanufm.com.